The very first chords we're going to learn are the open position major chords. Now, you may already know these chords, but just for the sake of being complete, I wanted to go ahead and include them for you. So the very first one we're going to look at is a simple C chord, and it's just played like this, right? And I'm not playing on the 6th string. The next one would be D major. This is a very important chord that you absolutely must know. And notice I'm actually playing, I'm starting on the D string, but you could also grab the A. That's fine too, because A is part of that D chord. And in fact, you could even bring your thumb around and hold down this F sharp and it would sound like this. Okay, so that would be a D/F sharp chord, which simply means a D chord with an F sharp on the bottom. Okay, so we have C, we have D. The next major chord you absolutely need to know is an E major chord. And I would probably fret this like this. You could possibly move your middle finger here and switch this around like this, but from a practical standpoint, a lot of times it's better just to do this. Okay? So that's your E major chord. Then of course you have G major. And you can fret that using your pinky like this, or of course you can bring your ring finger down. I don't think I would maybe fret it like this, unless you were doing like where you always wanted to have that pinky there kind of as a pivot note. But generally you can fret it like this, or sometimes even like that. But as a general rule, you just kind of want to stick with either this position or this one. And generally, I use my pinky here because as a kind of practical rule, you don't want to have these fingers stretched apart. The further you have to get into movements where your fingers are stretched out like this, sometimes that can cause pain, and over time you can cause even a hand injury. So you want to try to look at your fingering and get the chord into the most comfortable position you possibly can. So you've got C, you've got D, E, G, and then our A chord. And you can either fret that like this, or you could fret it like this. There are advantages to both. Okay? So just practice on fretting that chord in a couple different ways. Alright, so those are your open major chords.